Yo, it's your boy Alan J. I'm back again with another edition of the Alan J Insider. I'm your boy Alan J, and with us today is my cohort, SeriousBiznessEnt CEO, my man, Sensational Roc. How you doing today, Sensational Roc?
I'm good, Alan J. What's good?
It's good to have you on the show today.
Appreciate you.
Today's show, we're going to bring to you something very special, but before we kick that off, I just want to touch on a few topics, just like I always do in all of my videos. Topic number one. Now, for those of you who were up last night, follow me on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. I sent out a video as far as Soulja Boy. Now, I know, but from what we heard, Soulja Boy is releasing a new album entitled King Soulja, which will be out July 28th. And he's supposed to be also releasing a new Crank That. Now, when I heard that, I swear on everything, I feel like ain't nobody gonna play that.
A new Crank That?
Yes, there's a new Crank That. It's called Crank That Terrio. Exactly. See, I was talking about.
You gotta have Terrio in the video or it ain't gonna work.
Exactly. He's gotta have Terrio in the video. But me personally, I'm like, bro, like Crank That's been gone since 05, 07.
Let me interject, bro.
Go ahead.
Interject. Crank That was his most popular song. The songs where he made people dance, when he started doing all the other stuff regularly, because like Soulja Boy is really not that good of a rapper, but he know how to make a song that's catchy.
Exactly.
And Crank That, people will still rock with that. You still got, it's always dances coming out. He had all them Crank That Batman, all them dudes was his sons. All them other dudes who come out with them type of joints. Now you got people still dancing. What they do, what's the joint you in LA do? Hoo-ah, that nay. You feel me? So that way it's still popping. So depending on how it sounds, he probably could still, he could probably make some noise with that. But I don't know. A lot of people ain't really worried about what Soulja Boy doing these days, but we'll see.
Yep. And a lot of people, just as Sam Rock said, as far as a lot of people ain't really worried about Soulja Boy, what he's doing in his solo career. But when you really think about it, Soulja Boy has been behind the scenes of some of the biggest, producing wise, and some of the biggest songs, such as Lil Wayne's Trigger Finger, Drake, Nicki Minaj's Yes Bitch, songs like that. He's really put a staple on. So he's still relevant. He's just more behind the scenes, and now he's trying to pretty much.
Soulja Boy been producing. People, he produced his own thing with Crank That.
Exactly. He's basically just trying.
Most of the first album he produced himself.
Right. He's just basically just trying to, kick back off his solo career, But we'll see how that goes. Me personally, hashtag ain't nobody gonna play that. That's just me personally. I feel like it's not gonna survive. Maybe in the South though, if that dance, if it's rocking, what I'm saying, this day and age, the music, if the beat rocking, and that's why all this dumb music out. I mean, it's obviously it's a place for it. Everything ain't gotta be. You gotta rap mad hard. Right.
You wanna have fun, like
exactly.
You don't respect that for the lyricism.
Nah.
You respect that because it's catchy. You just having fun in the club, turning up. So I feel like it's cool.
Exactly. We'll see.
I mean, for that aspect.
We'll see how it goes. So also, I just want to touch on some other news that I came across. A Bloomberg had reported that Soundcloud is pretty much going to set up a deal with the 3 top record labels in the world: Universal, Sony Entertainment, and Warner Home Group. Pretty much those records labels are trying to make SoundCloud a staple as far as their artists and releasing music, because for those of you who are in the music business, you know how to use SoundCloud. You know how it works as far as promoting your music and whatnot. It's a big staple as far as promoting the music. Us, as far as myself and Sensational Roc and LA the Great, we pretty much do the same thing as far as promoting our music through SoundCloud. So I feel like that's a good move for those record companies, due to the fact of it's a good way to have the smaller artists, the artists that are really not in that mainstream, get their names out here, because in the end, everyone knows what SoundCloud is almost. Am I right, Sensational Roc?
Yeah, a lot of people use it these days. Like major artists are using it now, and one of the ways that they use it is they release the music, but they have it so you can disable the download feature so you can listen to it, but then they'll sell that single on iTunes, or they also do a thing with iTunes now, like if you buy this single, like a pre-order, you pre-order, you would get that song early to download before you get an artist album. So it's just another different. There's like a lot of different ways you have to market yourself these days compared to the old days because we're in the digital age.
Exactly. There are so many sites out there that pretty much, people promote their music on, such as SoundCloud. We got Hawkshare, Reverb Nation. There's so many different sites out there. But in the end,
Mag.
all of those, it's just pretty much SoundCloud is that, in my opinion, that main staple as far as promoting music. So look out for that in the future as far as a lot of these under the radar artists throwing out music more, and the top 3 companies, Universal, Warner Home, and Sony Entertainment. Just be on the lookout for all of that. Another topic I want to touch on is the Meek Mill situation. As far as we all know Meek Mill, we all heard about the situation with him and Wale, how Meek said pretty much Wale's been hating on him pretty much throughout his entire career. Then we all know Rick Ross is pretty much supporting both of them through all the endeavors and whatnot. So we all know Meek Mill is going to jail for at least between 3 to 6 months. And, Sam Roc, your thoughts about that?
I mean, it's just real life. Like, the reasoning just seemed like it seemed like the DA has something against him. If you familiar with Meek Mill music, Dream Chasers 2, we had a freestyle over Drake's beat called The Ride, and he was talking about how he was on probation, because when he first came out, he was on probation. Obviously, he's still on probation, and they was saying that he couldn't do certain shows, but he did them anyway. But how you gonna stop that man from making money? So to me, it seemed kind of BS. It seemed like the DA had it out for him, or is it something deeper that we don't know about? But Meek Mill haven't really been getting in trouble or nothing. All he do on Instagram, he talk about the new music he coming out with. He stuck with watches and cars and be on the bikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grinding. I haven't seen him get into no trouble with nobody. It seemed like he left that aspect of his life behind him. So, shout out to Meek Mill. Hopefully, he gonna do that time, and he did time before, so he gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with Meek. He's one of the artists out of a few years. I like his music. You know what I'm saying? So it's only a few months. He be alright.
Exactly.
Only thing about that is it's unfortunate that he's about to come out with an album in September, the Dreams Worth More Than Money album. But that whole thing, him being locked up, and he has a fan base now, that's probably gonna make people want to buy it more. So it might help him in that aspect. But it's kind of messed up. He can't go out and do the shows like he do, because he do a lot of shows. Like, I remember watching one of his documentaries. He did 2 shows in one night. He did a show in one city, hopped on the jet and flew to the other city, did a late night show at the end of the night. Like, that's grinding. Like, he grinding, doing his craft. He not getting in trouble. Like, how he violate probation? But it seemed like the provisions of that was probably something where he couldn't leave. He had to, he couldn't do what he do, and they put him on that. At the end of the day, it's still the law. So he gotta just do his time and come back out. He's still gonna be doing his thing. It's not that much time where he gonna fall and be irrelevant. So, and he got the album coming out, so he in there now. So now what is July? So he be out October at the earliest, and then January at the latest. So that ain't even that long. He gonna be alright.
Oh yeah. And then in the end, me personally, Sam Roc, I'm a huge Meek fan. I like his music. After me really getting into his music, I was really listening to the Dream Chasers series as far as the mixtapes and whatnot. And I gotta say, I was really impressed as far as the tapes themselves, just because it had a lot of variety on it as far as something different. Because a lot of artists nowadays, pretty much, we got the whole, fast rapping here or the Migos flow there, different things of that nature. It's not always about those type of styles that everyone has to pretty much use. But in the end, you know, such as, you know, us, it's always good to keep your music as far as for a general audience, because, you know, you want to keep that fan base up as far as you got these type of fans here, you got those type of fans there. It's always good to keep the music, you know, as far as being open to that fan base, whatever fan base pops up. So also gotta touch on something else. I was just thinking about this actually earlier, but the situation with my man Bobby Shmurder. For those of you who don't know who Bobby Shmurder is, he's been internet sensation ever since he dropped a song called Hot Nigga on the internet and whatnot. Now, for those of you who don't know Bobby Shmurder,
crazy over that.
Exactly. And those who don't know about Bobby Shmurder, the situation is he has this dance in the video. Now, me personally, I don't know how to do the dance correctly. Neither do you.
I don't even know what the dance. I ain't even seen the video. You showed me like a little snippet. I just seen a bunch of people talking about it on Twitter because the dude from New York, and I follow a lot of, you know, I'm cool with some people out in New York, so I just seen them talking about it. I ain't never really sit and listen to the whole joint at all.
Now, me, you know, I've heard it. It's actually a pretty good song. Just my thing about the video is it's the dance. It's pretty much all about the dance. Everyone's been pretty much doing memes and whatnot about the dance, just because the dance is more. It's more like a shimmy. It's more of a shimmy. I can't really do it, but the dance itself.
Like a kappa?
Yeah, it's more of like you know, it's more like, you know, and then they're kind of, you know, I don't really know the meaning behind the dance. I know it originated from Chicago, so a lot of the people from the area, they know the background as far as
it originated from Chicago. Oh, so it's a New York nigga doing Chicago shit.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of, you know, it's crazy.
No, that one dance is funny, pretty crazy. Yeah, you've been on like TV shows and everything. You heard that D-Lo Shuffle joint?
Oh yeah.
That joint was crazy. The dude was on there. I'm like, man, he getting it.
Right.
I was like, this is crazy.
It's crazy because it's like we live in an age where, you know, songs like we were talking about earlier as far as Soulja Boy, songs are pretty much defined just by like the dances or anything that's in the videos that kind of correlate like that.
People been doing dances. You can go back to all the hustles people do.
Right.
Even the hokey pokey. That's like the white people hustle, man.
Right.
I used to go to Roadhaven, man. We did the hokey pokey, man.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Cha-cha slide, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been in hip hop. That's a part of it. You know, it's always been dances within it. Like people having fun. But the only thing I used to didn't like as far as with the dances is people would pay attention so much to the dances and get away from the real MCing. Like the MCing, if you a rapper, you make them dance joints, but don't try to act like you a spitter and you ain't no spitter. And then when you in that cipher with them spitters, you spitting that dance, you can't tell nobody to dance to the left. We trying to hear bars, man.
Exactly.
You feel me? But shout out to the cast, and you do your thing, get your money, do what you do.
Oh yeah.
I'm an MC, man.
It is what it is, man. I mean, because in the end, you know, Sam Roc, yourself and myself included, and our boy LA the Great, shout out to him as well. We're all artists, you know. We pretty much do what we do. You know, I sing. Sam Roc is the rapper, LA the Great is the rapper. There's tons of singers out there, tons of rappers out there. You know, whatever you do as far as country, rock music, rappers, singers, anything of that caliber, it's all about perfecting your craft and whatnot. So, but before we end the video, we just had to give a shout out to all the local artists out there from the 810, everyone out there who's tuned in to all of my videos and whatnot. And Serious Business has got a nice little surprise for you all tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, Facebook, our SoundCloud page at soundcloud.com/SeriousBiznessEnt. That is BIZNESS, Serious Business ENT. Tune in exclusively for the release of our newest track entitled Black Dynamite. Are you ready for this, Sam Roc, man?
Oh yeah, you already know.
Featuring myself, Sensational Roc, and LA the Great. Tune in for that. Also, Check out my YouTube channel for all the latest videos right here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/AlanJ91. And also tune in to my Twitter page at twitter.com/AlanJ91. Tune in to my man's Sensational Roc Twitter page. Give him that Twitter shout out, man.
Sensational Roc, SensationalRoc. Don't put the K.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
be on another nigga page.
Oh yeah. So this is your boy Alan J. Tune in next Monday for an exclusive edition of the Alan J Insider, and then stay on the lookout this Wednesday for a latest edition of my cover song Wednesdays. And don't forget about my R&B Rewind. Be on the lookout for that as well this week. I'm Alan J. This is your boy Sensational Roc. Deuces.